Oh, awesome. Hi, Amelia.
Hi. How was your trip?
It was so good. It was so nice.
Yeah, I bet.
Ooh, full class today. I love it. I want to make sure it's okay. I unplugged your AirPods from the charger.
Oh, yes.
The charger. Okay. So here we go. Not forgiveness. This is full class. Do you know if we have enough bars? Yeah. Yeah. All right. If you've taken my ballet basics class before, our usual warm-up had like a little bit of stretching in it. I'm changing up the warm-up just a little bit. So it won't have those same like hamstring stretches it used to have. So if you want to do any stretches, now's your time. And then we'll get going in like a minute or two. When's the last time you put on point shoes, Maddie? A minute ago. Yeah, my best friend and I are gonna like work on partnering stuff this semester. He was like, "Well, I need you to be on point for you to help with my thesis." And I was like, "All right, Chris, only for you." That's a tall order. I know, so. But I mean, it's like riding a bike. I did this for a bajillion years. I went to all the ballet intensives, so I'm good. Which ones did you go to? I've been to, I used to go to the Portland Ballet a lot, and then I used to go to the Milwaukee Ballet a lot. Oh, okay. Yeah. Is Portland Ballet now Eugene Ballet, or is that,
No.
are they separate?
Separate,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Eugene Ballet is like the training company of Oregon. Like you go there for like their like a lot of people go there for like entry level stuff or OBT. But Portland Ballet is like they don't have like a company or anything. It's just,
Okay.
Like
Oh, I see. Kind of like a professional division.
yes, yeah, exactly. Professional training program kind of thing. Gotcha.
All right, we'll go ahead and get started. I'm Taylor, by the way, for any new faces. We're going to start facing the bar in parallel. We're going to tandu out with our right foot first. We're going to point out in parallel. 1, flex, 2, circle the ankle. 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring that foot back for a calf stretch for 8 counts. We're going to add in a little spinal twist for 8 counts and back to parallel. Same thing on the left. 1 and 2 and circle the ankle around. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 counts for a calf stretch and a little twist. Come back to parallel. And then we have our usual that we've had before. Demi point, full point, demi point, down, push the floor away, roll it down, and push, roll it down. Left side, half point, full point, half point, back down, push the floor away. We're trying not to use the thigh here, but we're really pushing the floor away with our metatarsals, our toes. Then we're going to do plie, rolling through, and up, and down. We're going to repeat that. Plie, roll, up, down, elevate 3 times. 1, and 2, and 3. And then we repeat the same thing in first position. So half and full, and half and down, and push, left foot. Half, making sure the arch is tracking over that second toe, not the pinky toe. Half, down, push. Push, 2 roll-ups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3 elevates, 1, and 2, and 3. And then we'll just drop the arms, and then we'll just finish and feeling that first. And we'll finish there. Yeah? So 1, 2, circle the ankle out, calf stretch. Same thing on the left. And I'll do this one with you, and I'll talk you through it. But we're going to start in parallel. Feeling the weight placed over the balls of the feet. The kneecaps are lifting up towards the hip bones. That lower spine is nice and lengthened. Here we go. So onto the right down. 1, 1, flex, 2, that opposition, so opposite of your front foot. And back to parallel. Left foot, point, left, circle the ankle around. And backward half stretch just towards your right leg. Feel the twist. And back to parallel. We have half, full, half. 2 pushes. Push up, toe ball, heel down. Push, toe ball, left side. Pull. Stretch the toes right underneath. Rolling up, lean in. Heels peel up. Stretch. One more time. 3 elevates. Try and keep those heels glued together. Resist heel way down. Open up to the first. Same thing. Half, full, half. Push it up, back, down. Other foot. Half, full. And push, roll it down. 2 rollers. Lean in, heels peel up. Stretch, down. 3 elevates. Press up, resist, down. 2 more times. Last one. And drop the arms, arm off. Feel that first. Weight placed over the ball of the feet. Sternum broad, but our ribs closed. Back legs engaging that turn out. And relax down. Nice, beautiful. All right, let's do a plie first. We'll do. Can they see me if I sing on the board? Let me make sure. Okay. All right, let's slow this down. So we're gonna have 5, 6. We're taking preparation first. 7. Open to the side on 8. We take 2 demi plies, leaving the arm in second. Demi and stretch and demi and stretch. Port de bras, allongé. 6 and 7 and 8. Same port de bras with the grand plie. 1 and 2 and demi and stretch. We do a little elevate and lower and tendu. Same exact thing in second. So 2 demi plies, keeping the shoulders stacked right on top of those hips. Demi and stretch. Port de bras and 6, 7, 8. Grand plie, shoulders staying right on top of those hips, keeping those heels glued to the floor. 3 and 4. Press up and lower. Tendu, either to third or all the way to fifth, if your hips can do that right now. Sometimes not this early in the morning though. 2 demis, demi and stretch. Demi and stretch. Or port de bras and 6, 7, and 8. Grand plie, this is a hard one to keep our butt in. And 2, and 3, and 4. Little elevate and lower and tendu. Back to the first. Then we're going to go parallel. We're going to stretch all the way forward. 4 counts. All the way back. Stretching towards the bar, but keeping those hips in line, not coming out here. 4 counts towards the bar. 4 counts away. And then we'll just find that first again, just to finish there. Yeah, so each position, first, second, and fifth. We have 2 demis with the arm in second. We have a port de bras just with the arm in the head. Then we add in that grand plie. Then we have a little press up, and then to the next position. And with these grand plies, we really want to act like we're in that little tiny toaster oven. We don't want to have the hips come out and the chest lean forward. Everything stacked right on top of each other the whole time. All right, here we go. First position. Preparation on 7 and 8. Here we go. 6, 7, 8. 2 denis. Demi, stretch, demi. Now your arm. Extend, float it down, and first, we go around to the left, so I saw so much shoulder stacked over hips, which was really, really nice. Make sure our goal with this front plate in first and in fifth, our heels are going to come up naturally. We don't have like super elasticy Achilles, but we want to leave them against the floor as long as possible. And they have to come up so I don't stick out my butt. They have to come up. And then when I'm coming up because my heels are pushing down to the floor, and that's propelling me back up. So we don't want it to be an afterthought, but the heels coming down is what's pushing you back up. We get a nice little Achilles calf stretch there. Here we go to the second side. Right, first 7, 8, 2 deadlifts, 10, stretch, 10. Good. Extend the fingers, flow the wrist down, and first open step, adding in that grand. Down, good. Press the floor away, and step. 2 demis. Okay, watch it. Arm back. First and second. Adding that grand. Knees tracking right over those toes. Press the floor away. Third or fifth. 2 demis. The arm wants to be long but still round. And adding in that curl, leaving the heels down as long as possible. Pressing them down as soon as possible. Good. Press the floor away. Back to first. Parallel and floating forward. Rolling up. And laying into the back. Using the core to come up towards the bar. And away. And finding that first. Good. Beautiful. All right, we'll take a tendu from first. And before we do, we're going to have our arm in second position for a long time. So when the arm is in second, we want the wrist to be lower than the shoulder, but so the elbow is higher than the wrist, but lower than the shoulder. So if we had a little raindrop, it would just be able to trickle down all the way through our pointer finger. Yeah, so we don't want to have it up too high. We don't want to have the elbow dropping, but it's honestly the same arm position as here, but we just move it to second. So it's the exact same arm position, but just in a different, I don't know, axis, whatever it's called. Just a point in space, yeah, exactly. So make sure this doesn't happen, and make sure it doesn't get up too high. Whoosh. So we're gonna have same preparation, 7 and 8. 2 counts out. Heel leads point, and toes lead back. Now 1 count. 1 and close, and 1 and close. To the side. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 count. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. To the back. Now my toes lead. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. My arm's going to float to first. Then I have 4 plie relevés. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll find the balance there. Yeah. So when we're having this tendu, we really want to act like we have peanut butter on the sole of our shoe, and we're trying to scrape off that peanut butter and scrape it off as we come back in. So it's not a place it, but it's really working that foot against the floor the whole time. So 2 counts out and 2 counts in. Then 1, 1, 1, 1. Front side back, and then our 4 plie relevés, holding that balance on the last one. Here we go. Arm to first, 7, side. that's where it becomes really tempting to have it as slight kickstand. So really make sure that we should be able to lift it up at any time. It's connected to the floor because it's a tendu, but there's no weight on that foot. Here we go to the left. And first 7, side 8, 2 counts out. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1 count. In. Good. To the side. No weight on that toe out there. Good. Trying to present that heel forward to the back, meeting with those toes. No weight on that toe. Good. 1 count. Nice. Core clear of the base. 1. Up. Grow taller in those plies. And taller, tallest. Finding that balance. Feeling that heel to glute connection. Lower abdominals lifted up as the ribs are closing in. And clean and finish. Good. All right. Tandu from 5th now, and changing weight with some tanlies. Same preparation, 7th and 8th. We have tandu out to 5th. And when we're doing a tandu to the front, our toes should be right in line with our belly button. So we don't want it to come out here. Otherwise, when we lift our leg higher and higher, it's going to become more obvious. So we really want it to be right in line with our belly button. And to the back, right in line with our spine. That one's the harder one. But theoretically, belly button, spine. 7 and 8. We have 1, tanli 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Close 5th. 1 more tandu to 5th. To the side. 1, 2, say hi to your neighbor. 4 and 5. Close front. 7, close back. To the back. 1 and 2, change weight. And 4 and 5. 6 and 7 and 8. Then we have 4 tandus to the side. Always changing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me go to the back. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4. No weight on that toe. 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 5, close back, and 7, close front. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 4 tandu side to finish the phrase. 5, 6, 7, 8. Then after that, let's plie. We're going to scoop the front foot to meet the back foot into a susu. We're going to hold our arms en bas, and we're going to find a little balance there. Yeah, so this changing the weight, make sure that we bring our shoulders and hips together, especially from the back. We don't want to leave one behind and catch up. It's all moving at the same time. 1 tanli in and change weight tanli in. 5, 6. 1 more tandu. Front side back. And then 4 tandus. Same preparation as usual. Here we go. And 7 from 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5th, tandu, 5th. To the side. And 5th, 1 to the back. There you go. 5th and out. 4 to the side. 1, close front. 1, close back. 1, close front. To the back. 1, change weight. 2, change weight. 1, 5th. Good. To the side. Close back. Close front. Tanli in. Back. 4 to the side. Good. And front foot meets the back foot for that susu. Arms on ba. In the mirror, we want to see 1 toe, but 2 heels if we can. So we're hiding those back toes with our front toes. Yeah, our inner thighs are crossed. We're like a human tug of war, someone's pulling our ankles down to the marley and our head up to the ceiling. And clean. and finish. Nice, not bad. That was a lot of changing weight, so a little bit more upper beginner than lower. But with all these closing fits, even if you get off on what leg is in front or in back, make sure that we're still using our foot against the floor so that we don't have any of this softness happening in our knee. And that also can tell us too that we might be sitting in our hip a little bit. So we really want to lengthen up out of that standing leg so that we have room to slice that leg in, and then using our foot against the floor. So we always have our leg muscles activated. All right, here we go to the other side. So our outside foot, the one that's furthest away from the bar, is going to be the one doing the work. And 7, 8, 1, on the in, and out. There we go. Stop, on the in, and change. On the in, front, now to the back. On the in, on the in, 4 stop, 1, front, 1, back, 1, front. Good. To the back, back, 4, then front, 4, then back. Close fit. 1 more time. Stop. Step inside. Step inside. Go back. 1 more time. Front. And good. More time in front. 4 sides. Behind that Su-Su. Again, really thinking of lengthening that lower spine. Our elbows are trying to come forward as our shoulders are going back. And finish. Good, nice. Bring weight change into the game. All right, let's do a dégagé from fifth. We're going to be going through a tendu so that we are working on brushing out and also brushing back in and hitting that same exact point each time. We don't want to just fling it up too high. We want to be very precise about our dégagés. So 7, welcome to add an arm or just keep it side, your choice, but I'm going to show with an arm. 7 and 8, tendu 1, lift 2, back to tendu and fit. Dégagé to that same point we just found. 6, 7, and 8. To the side, we change. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go to that same point we just found. Same point, fit. To the back. 1, lift, place it, fit, and dégagé, fit, dégagé, fit. We're going to hold a coupe back on flat, so our heel is connected just a little bit higher than our ankle bone. Feeling a little balance for 8 counts. Let's plie to release it, and then we're going to start from the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Side 1, 2, 3. Always change your fifth. 5, 6. Brush 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now coupe front. So now my pinky toes connected to my front ankle bone. My heels reaching forward. My arms are in first for 8 counts. Plie, and we're just gonna finish there. Yeah. So we're going through this tendu so that we can brush, and we're finding that exact point that we're gonna hit for those other 2 tendus afterwards. So tendu, lift it, place it, fit, brush, fit, brush, fit. Side and back, and then our nice little coupe balance. Just on flat to feel that alignment. Don't go yet, let me just make sure I like this tempo. Doing your arms, let's just start with the arm already there. If your arm's side, let's just start with the arm already there because it's kind of quick. And ready, and tendu, lift, place it, fit, brush, to the out without lifting that shoulder up. So we want to keep this down and this long and right, an extension of our nose. I call it Pinocchio nose to work in. Here we go to the left. And arm upper side. Here we go. Taji front. Lift it, place it, fit. Good. Brush, taji, fit. Brush, taji, fit. Side, taji, lift. Place it, fit. Brush, taji, fit. Try to get that taji on the way in. No windows. Lift. Good. Brush, nice, like that way. Our shoulders are broad, our ribs are closed. Good. Leading with decent from the back. Taji, lift it. Brush. See how still we can make our upper body as our legs are doing the work. Brush, taji, fit. Brush, taji, fit. Front. Taji, lift your heel. Good. Lift your back. And back. Nice. Finding that moving front. Good. Really nice, good. Face the bar, everyone, for a second, because I think the posture in ballet, especially as we go up to one leg, our natural human tendency is to want to be back just a little bit. I don't know why, but for some reason, me, everyone just kind of feels really comfortable back here. So really facing the bar and make sure those ribs are just slightly in front, actually, of your hips. Our ribs are closed. We don't want the shoulders to hunch forward. We still want them open, but everything's a little bit more forward than we think it needs to be, not super upright. So kind of feel that with a coupe on either side, but just feel that weight a little bit more forward than you think it needs to be. Swooping up that lower abdominals, yeah. Lengthening right here, the ribs are closed, that's it. All right, let's face the bar. Getting into kind of the saute thing that we're gonna find in center. We're gonna have 8 sautés accent down. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 dégagés to first. 1, 2, 3, 4, brushing the floor. 7, 8 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's right. 5, 6, plie. 7, stretch 8. That was it. Then 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so 7 in a plie, not 8. Then we're going to repeat it again. Option to have both hands on your hips to test your balance and to make sure our hips aren't lifting up. If that's too much for your balance, you can put one hand on the bar and then your working hand on your working hip. So 8, 8, making sure this isn't happening. Switch, sorry, 7, and a plie. 7, and a plie, and then we'll finish there. Then the music will stop, but it'll restart. Let's just elevate. Let's find a coupe back. So our heels connected just above that ankle to the back. We'll find a little balance on releve. Again, making sure we're not here. Whoosh, we can see ourselves in the mirror this way. And then just on your own timing, we'll switch to the other side just to feel a balance. Don't worry about the music. And then we'll finish there. So 7, whoosh, 7, whoosh, 7, whoosh, 7 dégagés. Whoosh. Then one hand on the hip or both hands. 7, 7, 7, 7. Yeah, does that make sense? We got it. All right, and then our releves and coupe. So the name of the game here is working through that foot, through all those metatarsals. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plie, 7. 7 dégagés. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. To the left. 1, 2, 3. Pushing the floor away with your toes. Plie and dégagés to first. Brushing the foot against the floor. Plie so good for it because this also trains our muscle memory that in ballet, whenever our foot leaves the floor, it should be pointed. It shouldn't be an afterthought. So this is really good for kind of training in that nice ballet feet. Let's start from 5, 7, and 8. We're gonna have 4 rond de jambes, 2 counts each. 1 and 2, through first, 3 and 4, through first, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. On landing off the floor in a plie, 1 and 2, staying in plie, 3, stretch first, again with the straight leg, 5, 6, 7, and 5. Then we reverse all that from the back. The goal of these rond de jambes is to make as big half circles as we possibly can without letting the hips go with the foot. So 1 and 2, first and 3 and 4, first and 5 and 6, first and 7 and 8. Plie, 1, staying in play with those knees over those toes, 3, straighten 4, straight leg 5 and 6 and 7, 5th on 8. Then we're going to have our stretches and our passes. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, find a passe on flat, and 7 and 8. To the back, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Passe with our inside foot. Our toes connect to the back of the knee and back down. Then we go side and away. 4 counts. 4 counts away. I like to bring my arms through first. Then let's have a plie, sous-sus. Then either dropping down to flat or staying on releve. Let's bring that toe up to that passe, and we'll find a balance there. You're welcome to, if you want to, turn towards the bar so you can see. Make sure check your alignment or face the mirror. We'll find a little balance on releve or on flat for that passe. Yeah. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Keeping the kneecaps nice and lengthened. 7, 8, plie, knees over toes. 2, 3, stretch. 4, off the floor, straight legs. 7, 8. Reverse all that from the back. Stretch forward, passe without the hips moving. Back, passe back. Side, away, whoosh, look. And we'll find that balance there. So energy reaching out of the toenails for all those rond de jambes, but our hips and our core is staying stoic and still. Here we go. And arm first, second, front all the way back. First, front all the way. Try to see how tight you can keep those kneecaps. Now, knees over toes. Stretch first. On their straight legs. Good. From the back. Reestablish that side arm. Back. Side, front. First, back. Side, front. Good. In a plie. Energy through the toenails. Stretch. Good. Finding a 5th. Stretch forward. 4 counts. Coming up. Arms first. Passe. Good. To the back. Keeping those kneecaps straight. Using the floor to come up. Other leg. Passe back. Good. Side of the way. Towards the bar. Away from the bar. Arms go through first. Grab the bar, please. Sous-sus. Curl those toes up. That passe. Trying to test your balance in this passe position. And finding a finish. Good. Really nice. We saw a lot of reaching through the toes. Make sure when we're in this passe, when our arms are in first in general, a lot of times we think our arms should be here. This seems like the stereotypical first. In actuality, our arms should be, if we can touch our like lower rib bone and then expand our fingers out. That's a lot lower than you think because we want to be able to show our chest and our beautiful upper body. And if you think about it, the audience is usually down there and we're up here. So if our hands are here, the audience is just seeing this in no ways. So it's a little bit lower than we think, and that also brings our weight more forward because if we're here, we have even more of a tendency to lean back. So bring that a little bit more forward in your passe, and that might bring your weight in correct alignment too. To the left. Arms first. Open second. Front, side, back. First front, side, back. Good. Front, back. Last one on the floor. Up the floor, plie. Energy through the toes. Good. Stretch. Keep those ribs tight. Nice. From the back. Energy through your leg. First back. Front. Good. First back. Connect core nice and engaged. Knees over toes. Stretch tall and on those straight legs. Good. Folding forward. Coming up. Establish that first with your arm. Passe. Good. To the back. Easy one forward and come up. Bring the arm to the low first and passe inside leg to the back. Side and away. Vertical bar. And up. And away. Arms open first. And plie sous-sus. Curling those toes up. Riding the arm in first. Stitch it in the hinge. Good. And finish. Nice, good. Bring that balance up to one leg as always. Oh my God. Let's do a fondue. Nice and slow, so we're really treating our fondue foot like an ice cream scooper. Carving everything in and pushing that frozen ice cream back out. So we're gonna have 7 and 8. Scoop up your ice cream. 1, 2, push it out. 3 and 4. Carve it back in 5 and 6 to the side. Nice and slow. Carve that foot in. And 3 and 4. Test your balance. 6 and close to 5th on 8. Then we're gonna go from the back. Scoop up that ice cream. 2, knee leads back. And 4. Carve it into fondue. And side. And 8. Carve it in. And 2. Heel leads out. And 4. And 5. And 6. We're gonna close to sous-sus. And we're gonna go right around to the other side. So what's gonna happen there? You're welcome to just get yourself around to the side. But balletically, we're crossing to that sous-sus that we found in our balance earlier in tendus. And we're just switching what leg is in front. Now my right leg is in front. And now I'm ready to go to the other side. Yeah. So carving that ice cream. Sending the heel out. And 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8. 1, 2, trying to make the knees straight at the same time. Test your balance. And close to 5th. And from the back, turn you around. And then we're ready to the other side. Here we go. So we're really acting like that foot is working your super frozen ice cream and pushing it back out. Want to make fondues look more effortful than they really are. Here we go. Arm first. Stop. Fondue block. Choose the heel front. Carve that toe in. Knees straight together. Carve it in. To the back. Ready to test our balance. Arms float up. And close to 5th. Good. really work through striking that ball of the foot against the floor for all these frappes. So we're gonna have, let's just keep the arm on ba actually. 7 and 8. We're gonna strike and in and strike and in and strike. Hold, piqué, in to the side. So 3 frappes, striking the ball of the foot against the floor. Strike, hold, little piqué to the back. We're doing this en claw, meaning front side, back side. 2 and 3, piqué, and side, and 2 and 3, piqué. Then, whatever foot is out, we're going to close it in front and face the bar. We're going to have plie, 2, passe, 2, plie, 2, 3 times, plie, 2, last time. We try to feel a balance, and then we'll finish there. So all these passes are getting us ready for turns later, so we want to get to that exact same position each time and as quickly and efficiently as possible. We don't want to come up and then try to find it later because that's going to set us back for turns. So we really want to get that muscle memory of going to the same place each time that we're already there. Yeah? So 7, 8, 3 strikes, and 2, and 3, piqué. We do that en croix, side, back, side. And you'll notice when we go side, my heel always changes either front or back. So I start from the front, strike, heel and back, strike, heel and front, strike, piqué. Yes? So a little preparation, arm just stays on ba. Preparation, tendu side 7, flex it to the front of the ankle on 8. Here we go. It's a little bit slower than what I demonstrated, so fair warning. And Ghostbusters. Tendu, strike, in, strike, in, strike, hold, piqué, to the side, out, in, strike, in, last one, hold, piqué, to the back, strike, in, strike, hold, piqué, last time to the side. Make sure for this flex, there's different techniques, but normally when we have our foot in this flex position, we don't want our foot touching the floor already. So we strike it, then we bring it in, but our full foot is off the floor. Strike it, bring it in. So when we're in this in position, our foot shouldn't be touching the floor. That happens when we strike it to go out. Here we go to the left. And 1, 2, that's fine. Strike it, bring it in. Strike, bring it in. Good. Strike, hold. Get to this side. Strike, bring it in. Strike, good. Hold. Get to the back. Strike and hold. In, hold. Get. Last time, stop. Strike it. All right. Last ballet combo. I don't want to do ballet. We're gonna have some grand mama. So grand mama, same exact feeling as our dégagé, but now we're letting that leg explode up a little higher, but placing it in control back down to our fifth, not letting it slam down. So 7, adding an arm if you'd like, or just keeping it to the side the whole time. Brush, tendu, fit, grand mama, tendu, fit. 3 times, tendu, fit, plie, arms, side, grand-ma, tendu, fait. Grand-ma, tendu, fait. Grand-ma, tendu, fait. Plie, or Pinocchio arm. Grand-ma, tendu, fait. Grand-ma, tendu, fait. 3 times plie. We do this en croix again. Da, 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 da. And 5 and 6, plie. We're just gonna finish there and fit. Yeah, so these grand mots are hard because not only are we bringing the leg higher, but now we can't let our upper body get affected. So a big temptation is going to be to either crunch towards the leg or let the hips come out with the leg. So everything from our supporting leg to upper body is just a strong pull, and it's just our leg doing all the work. But this whoosh, is our stoic pull. Brush, tendu, fin. 3 times. Da, da, da. We plie, then we change the arm to the next position direction. Here we go. And 7 arm up. Brush, tendu, fin. 2, 3, tall, plie, change your arm. Brush, the energy down against the floor. Good. Plie, Pinocchio arm, brush. Plie, last hand side, brush the floor. And plie, finding that strong finish. Nice, beautiful, good. Let's go to the left side. Here we go. And 6 arm, first arm up. Brush, tendu, fin. Brush, tendu, fin. Good. We're getting taller and plie to the side. Energy down against the floor. Imagine getting taller as you close your legs. Plie to the back. Tall. Brush and play. Good. Last time to the side. Good. All right. Let's just do twice through. We're just going to keep it parallel. We're going to do 8 eleves. 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch on the other side. So just in a parallel coupe. 8 rises. And we'll do it again. Right, left, right, left. Yeah. So 16 plus 16, 32. 8 on the right, 8 on the left, 8 on the right, 8 on the left. And then we're done with bar. Here we go. Here we go. So we go up, down, up, down, up. 4 more on this side. Switch feet and down. Trying to track that arch over your second toe. Not putting much weight on that pinky toe. hips so we can focus on what our legs are doing. The second time we do it, I'll teach us through the arms. Welcome to add the arms with the legs, or just keep focusing on what the legs are doing if that feels good to you. So we're going to be in fifth with our hands on our hips. We're going to have two balances. So we're going to balance coupe, up, down, coupe, up, down, tombe pas de bourrée. We tombe and back, side, front, and stretch. To the left, coupe, up, down, and coupe, up, down, tombe, sous, back, side, front, and fifth. We're going to do it twice through, so one more time. Coupe, up, down, and coupe, up, down, tombe, and back, side, front, a little grapevine, and coupe, up, down, and coupe, up, down, tombe, and back, side, fit, and stretch. Yeah, so the hard part with the tombe pas de bourrée is if we leave our hips back, it becomes really hard to A, stay on balance, but remember what leg should be in front. So after this tombe, we gotta imagine our little fish hooks attached to our hips, lifting it up so that we have everything nice and lifted. Yeah, one more time just going through it, and then we'll do it 4 times with music. Here we go. Coupe, up, down, and coupe, up, down, and tombe, up, side, front, and fit, and coupe, up, down, and coupe, up, down, and tombe, scoop it up, side, front, and fit. Yeah, we'll do it right, left, right, left. Here we go. I'll do it with you this first time too. Hands on the hips. And carve it, coupe, up, down. Coupe, up, down. Tombe, and back, side, front. Good, to the left. Coupe, up, down, and down. Up, down, good. Tombe, back, side, front. Again, and down, up, down, down, up, down, and tombe, back, side, front, to the left, last time, up, down, and finish, good, nice. Again, lots of weight changing, so it's a lot. Nice. So before we add our arms in, with these balances, really make sure it's a down, up, down. So we never want to be up on that leg that we step on, down, this back leg goes up, and then back down. So this leg is always in a plie or pointed off the floor, but it's never straight. All right, adding in an arm if you'd like to, or just keeping them on your hips. But here's what our arms are going to be. We're going to go to a diagonal. Coupe, up, down, carving that front arm forward. Coupe, up, down. Sending it through to the audience. Tombe, pas de bourrée, and down to the left. Diagonal. Scoop your bouquet of flowers into you. Bring it out. Tombe, and back. Side, fit, and down. So the hard part, I'll just do the arms. So we just bounce in front. Then we scooped it down over here. We want to send an arm through a slight first and then out to the audience. This arm isn't moving. And then it floats down. Yeah, so we balance it here. This arm comes through first and out. And then they float back down. Yeah, one more time, just marking without the music, and then we'll go for it. So coupe, up, down, balancing, back, up, down, and through, and back, side arms down, and stretch. To the left, up, down, and back, up, down, and tombe, and back, side fit, and stretch. So in actuality, this side arm here isn't moving. All that's happening is my shoulders are moving, and that causes the arm to look like it's moving, but I'm not thinking about lifting it up or bringing it back down. It's just happening because my shoulders are changing. Yeah. but I'm not actually moving the arm myself. All right, here we go, right, left. And again, if the arms get too much, the hips are always a good place. Here we go. And diagonal. Scoot that front arm down. Send it out. Tombe, back, side, front. And to the left. Scoot it down. Tombe, back, side, good. One more to the right and left. Scoop it down. Tombe, back, side, front. Let's do our little warm-up jumps just to finish off with a little. So we're going to have 2 slow and 4 fast. So just like we saw at bar, all of these, now we're doing them just with 2 feet at the same time. So we have 2 slow and 4 fast. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 second. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 fifth. And change. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your rest. Back to first. We do it again. Yeah, so 2 slow and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 2 second. Slow. 1, 3, 4. Close to fifth. Changement means to change. So we're changing each time. Tendu. Back to first. And then we'll cool down with the cool down reverence. All right, here we go. And 1, 2, now 4. 2 second. 2, 4. Then 2. Change. 4. Back to first. Here we go again. 1, 2, 4. Good. Pushing the floor away with those steps. Push. Good. Last time. Fifth. 2, 4. Good. Toddy back to first. Nice. All right. Oh. Let's cool it down. Find a nice wide second position and just follow along. Just natural turn out, nothing forced. We're going to take 2 big round pliés. Big lunge down. Let's bring the arms overhead. Good. Side and side arms can do whatever feels natural. And other side. Bring the feet to parallel. Let's dive all the way down. Plenty of time down here. Do what you need. Pedal up the feet. Bend and stretch. Shake the head, shake the hips. Take 4 more counts. Hold it down. Stop the knees to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders down and back. Heel toes, feet together. Open your feet out to a natural first. Feel the weight placed over the balls of the feet. Feel the kneecaps lifted up towards the hips. Our lower abdominals are zipping up as our sacrum is heavy going down to the floor. Our ribs are interlaced shut, but our sternum and shoulders are open in opposition. Release any tension in the neck. Shake it yes, shake it no. Imagine a string attachment of your neck that's pulling you all up to the ceiling. Take 1 more big deep breath in. Exhale, release it all out. Thank you, Roseanne. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
So nice to see familiar faces, new faces.